In this video, you'll learn how to make a spiral macrame coaster in 2 colors. You can refer to the description below for the things that you need, detailed string measurements, and specific timestamps. First, cut 1 times 165 cm white string and 5 times 88 cm strings, 3 white and 2 purple. You can use any 2 colors that you like. Take the long string and make a loop with the short end facing to the left. Tape the string to the floor or your flat working surface so it's more stable and easier to work with. Next, take one of the shorter strings, fold it in half, slide it under the 2 cords of the loop, fold the top down, create a U shape, then pull the bottom through the hole and tighten it up. This is called a cow hitch, aka Lark's head knot. Make 4 more of these knots with the remaining 88 cm strings. Use your right thumb to press the knots closer together. It's a very detailed video as I'll be showing you the entire process without skipping, with lots of tips along the way. Once you're done with all 5 knots, remove the tape. Pull the longer end of the long cord to tighten the loop and make sure that all the knots are distributed equally, creating a small star-like shape. If you have a cork board, it's time to use it. I like to work on a cork board because I can pin the macrame to the board, so it's very stable and easy to work with. Plus, I can easily turn the board as needed and bring my macrame project around. The longest string is the holding cord. Bring the holding cord to the top of the cord on the right side of it. Let's call this shorter cord as lower cord. Take the lower cord over the top of the holding cord, creating a number 4. Pull the end of the lower cord through the loop that was created. Bring the lower cord over the top of the holding cord again, creating another number 4 and tighten the cord again. Not too tight, not too loose. If you tie the cord too tight, your coaster can bend and won't be flat in the end. This is called a double half hitch knot. Now we do another half hitch knot. Before we go to the next one, notice the big gap between the holding cord and the next lower cord? We need to create a bridge to close the gap. How do we make the bridge? Take the next longest string that you have cut earlier and use it to create a cow hitch knot over the holding cord. Check out how the gap is closed now. To make sure that our coaster will be neat and flat, it's important to always make a new bridge whenever there's a big gap of 1 cm or a finger size. Now we're going to continue the spiral. Always make a new half hitch knot. Remember, holding cord go on top of the lower cord on the right, and then make a number 4, pull, make a number 4 again, pull, etc. And if there's a big gap, add a new cow hitch knot to close the gap. Once in a while, press the sides in. Massage your coaster to help it get into the perfect round shape. When the gap is in the purple area, use the purple string to add the new cow hitch knot. Notice that we're shaping a triangle with the purple strings. That's really almost all you need to know to make this beautiful coaster. We're just going to repeat this process again and again and again until it becomes easier and easier for you to do, and it's all just flowing very nicely. I'll show you the entire process in double speed, so you're not missing out on anything, and I will give you tips along the way. Enjoy the happy flow! Once you make more layers of the spiral, you can add more pins along the way to keep your coaster even more stable and move the pins to the outer layer of the cork board. Now you might be wondering, when do I stop? That's up to you. I like my coaster to be 11 cm diameter inside with 3 cm fringe. With this cork board, it's really easy to tell. I'll simply decide which circle will be the end of the coaster. Generally, it's the fifth to the last circle with this 20 cm cork board. You can also use the measuring tape or ruler to check the width of your coaster and plan when you're going to end the spiral. When I know I'm at the last layer of the coaster, sometimes I'll cut the longer unused string to add as the bridge for the gap, just to save string. Make sure that the string is a couple of centimeters longer than double the length of your desired fringe. How do we end? To close the coaster, I like to use a crochet hook or just pen or chopsticks to bring the end of the holding cord through the last loop. I'm going to show you a quick detailed image on how it looks first. So yes, let's call the loop as hole number 1. Simply push the holding cord through hole number 1. And this is how it will look like in the end. There will be no gap in the fringe as compared to other methods of closing your coaster. Okay, let's come back to our 2 colors work in progress coaster. Next, cut the fringe. After that, comb the fringe. After combing, trim the fringe again. Remove the pins. Trim the fringe for one very last time. Just to make sure it's all even and nice. Turn the coaster around and cut the short cord. Voila! Say hi to your beautiful and flat 2 colors round coaster. Extra tips. Generally, to keep the coaster neat and flat, we'll add at least 3 new strings for each layer. If you don't have a measuring tape, you can estimate with your body. Just remember that your arm span is roughly your height. If you're around 160 centimeters like me, You can cut around your arm length for the long string and slightly more than half of that for the 5 strings. When you're closing the gap, cut the string as long as the next lower cord. For the string, I suggest to use a single strand or twisted cotton cord, not braided, so it will be easier to unravel the fringe at the end. You can play around with the number of second color string and adjust the placement of the string to create a different look. Remember that holding cord color should generally be the same as the majority of the string that you use. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope this is useful for you. If it helps, please like and subscribe. Hope to flow with you again soon, flowers.